Hello and a very warm welcome to a new video here on my channel, right here at commaik. The PV modules you see behind me supply my off-grid PV system with power. With this off-grid system, I provide heat to the animal house completely independent of the grid and light, but the solar batteries I use for this are pretty much dead after 2 years. Dead? I'm looking for a good alternative for PV storage. Could a power station be the answer? Be it, you can install a mobile power box in a motorhome, use it for camping or in the garden shed. The mobile battery doesn't need an outlet. It's a large portable battery. Whether a power station also works in my animal house and how I install the solar battery into my off-grid PV system, you'll see in this video. Stay tuned, we're starting soon. Before I integrate the new power station from Allpowers into I'll show you how my off-grid PV system has worked so far. You can see my installation wall here. On the installation wall, I have mounted my charge controller. It's supplied with direct current from the PV modules and then stores the power. In my 3 solar batteries, the lead-acid batteries have a voltage of 12 volts. To the batteries, the inverter is connected. The inverter converts the 12 volts direct current into 220 volts alternating current. The power is fed through this plug into my off-grid transfer station. The transfer station ensures that when the batteries are empty and no more power comes from the batteries, the off-grid PV system automatically switches to grid power. This means my animals always have heat and light, regardless of whether the batteries are full or empty. Currently, however, I have the problem that the batteries run out very quickly. After 2 years of intensive use, they're worn out. I'm also quite disappointed with the quality, but that's just how it is. I'm now going to replace my off-grid PV system with a power station. The power station has 4 220 volt sockets, USB-C ports, a cigarette lighter, and many more options. But before I install the power station, I'll show you the unboxing. What was in the package? What can this box do? Within just 2 days, the power station arrived at my home by mail. The package even has well-padded carrying straps to transport it comfortably. This thing weighs a lot. There. These are large batteries that are located in the power station, and as you might expect, they're actually quite heavy. So what's included in the package? Right on top, you'll find a bag that contains various accessories. There are also the warranty terms, as well as some helpful tips for ensuring good customer service. The Allpowers R1500 comes securely packed in a sturdy box, giving a great first impression. When you open it up, you can see that the packaging is well designed to keep everything safe and protected during shipping. The device itself looks really good, with a sleek and modern design that stands out right away. Just as the power station arrived, I switched it. Done. With a second click, I activate the display, which goes into standby after a while. 70% battery charge. The R1500 is already 70% charged. The display shows also the input and the output. Both are at 0 watts. Obviously, I haven't connected any cables, neither for charging nor for discharging. What does this device offer? I've printed out the product overview of the R1500 from Amazon. The power station has a capacity of 1152 watt-hours. I'm not talking about a normal lead-acid battery or anything like that. That's what I've been using up until now. Due to the discharge issues, I can only effectively use half of it. The device has a modern LiFePO battery. That's a lithium iron phosphate 4 battery. It can be discharged down to 0% or nearly 0%. 3,500 charge cycles are promised. With daily charging and discharging, that's 10 years this battery will last. Probably even longer. We'll see. In any case, I hope it lasts significantly longer than my previous solar batteries. I'll show the further details of the Allpowers R1500 on the side. The station also supports inductive charging, so this thing is probably not primarily intended for an animal house, but for camping, for the caravan, for the outdoors. You can use it in your garden shed even if it doesn't have its own power connection. It should also work with an off-grid PV system. With an output power of 1800 watts, you can connect a coffee machine. The R1500 provides enough power, enough energy, even a small microwave or a small compact oven should work. If you want to know where to get the Allpowers R1500 and what it currently costs, then look under the video. You'll find the product link there. Currently, there's a €200 discount. It's time to grab it. If you think the device is great and my video is also great, then now is the right time to give me a like for the video. If you haven't subscribed to my channel yet, click on subscribe under the video, then you won't miss any of my new videos. I'd be really happy about that. It really helps my channel move forward. Before I continue, I'll pack everything up again and take the battery box down to my garden shed. There I'll install the R1500 and test if the power station is worth it for my animal house. And here I am back in my garden shed. I'm now going to connect the Allpowers power station to my systems. How does that work? In principle, it's quite simple. The cables that previously went from the PV modules into the charge controller, I'll disconnect here and crimp MC4 connectors instead. I'll connect the MC4 connectors with the supplied cable and then plug the yellow end into the side of the power station. The cable from the inverter I'll then plug into the AC outlet on the front. Then my conversion is already finished and still uses my off-grid switching station. If the power station should run empty, the grid power automatically kicks back in. I have now rebuilt my off-grid system so that the power station can be charged via the PV modules and can then supply power back to the birdhouse. What the new off-grid system looks like now, and if the conversion actually works, let's take a look at that now. The sun is still shining a little, so I can actually test the setup. The power station is now on the middle shelf. I've rearranged the batteries accordingly so that I have the necessary space. As well, I have the power cables from the PV modules here, and on the other side, the cable that continues into the animal house. At this moment, the battery level is currently at 71%, which means there is still a decent amount of charge left. I'm now going to plug in the cable to start charging it up. I already tested this process earlier today to make sure everything works as expected. When I plugged it in before, there was a small spark. The sun was shining a bit more strongly then. That should definitely be noted. The fan starts up immediately but isn't audible yet. The module is currently delivering 90 to 91 watts to charge the battery. Charging from 71 to 100% will take another 2 hours. Alright, so now what I am going to do is take the connector that comes from the animal house and plug it in down here, right into this socket. At this moment, the sockets are not yet active, which means they are not supplying any power. They are still inactive, so nothing will happen when I plug in the connector. To activate the sockets and allow power to flow, I can use this button right here. Once I press this button, the sockets will become active and ready to use. I've turned on the lamps in the animal house, so power should definitely be being drawn. My off-grid switching relay just switched over because the power supply from the battery is now available again. The two bird lamps are currently consuming 100 watts and are now being powered by the new Allpowers R1500. I can now also provide the power supply via the 220 volt plug here on the side if necessary. The power station can also be used as a UPS, by the way. I can connect my 220 volt power cable on the left side and use the power station to power a computer. In the event of a power failure, the device automatically switches to battery operation. The computer doesn't necessarily have to turn off, and the data is safe. I'll have to test over time whether the switching times are actually that fast. First, I'm going to test how long it actually takes to charge the battery, and I'll test whether a full charge of the battery is enough to supply the animal house with power during the night. As soon as I have the data, I'll give a final conclusion. The test setup has been running for about 2 weeks straight now. For most of that time, the weather was less than ideal. There was little sun and a lot of rain. Still, the power station has mostly held up. When the sun was shining, it reached a 100% state of charge very quickly. During bad weather, the new off-grid PV system lasted for 2 days to keep the bird lamp and the diesel heater supplied with power. The Allpowers battery station would be a very good replacement for my 3 lead-acid batteries. The new lithium iron phosphate battery really discharges down to 0% before it shuts off. My old batteries used to give up the ghost at almost 50%, and that happened very quickly. In this context, installing the R1500 was worth it. What I didn't manage to do, however, was set up a cascade, which was something I really wanted to achieve. I had this idea to feed the power from my old batteries into the power station using the inverter, thinking it would be a smart way to reuse the energy I already had stored up. I spent some time planning and considering how to connect everything, but in the end, I just couldn't get it to work the way I hoped. I admit it was a bit disappointing not to see it come together, but I did learn a lot from the process. It would have become an energy-destroying machine. But this way, I would have had much more storage capacity available. However, that doesn't work. The inverter only outputs 220 volt power when a consumer draws it. The power station only charges when 220 volt power is actively offered. This setup lacks an activation of the current flow. Nevertheless, I have to say the R1500 fits very well into my off-grid PV system, whether the power station is used in the birdhouse, like mine, or maybe somewhere in a garden shed without an external power supply, powered only by solar panels. The power station is a great support for simply taking power with you anywhere. Do you have a motorhome, a camper, or are you often out in nature? Here you can just take your power from home with you, or you connect a solar panel and charge the battery on the go. I've tested that, it works perfectly, I can only recommend it. However, I must say, I won't get by with just one power station in the long run. I'm actually thinking about buying a second station and connecting the two together, because that works too. Currently, the purchase is worth it. There's a 20% discount. If you want to know where to buy the station, look in the description below the video. If we want to discuss this unit, write to me in the comments section. If you liked my video, give me a like. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel so you don't miss the new videos. I wish you a lot of fun with the power station. If you also get one, if you already have one, let me know how satisfied you are or which system you use. I'm done here again. Take care. Until next time.